Everyone, welcome back to episode 7. JK, you okay? Jungkook asks, noticing the way Taehyung had suddenly gone silent. Taehyung snapped out of his thoughts, letting out a nervous glance. Yeah, I'm fine, he said, stretching his neck awkwardly before quickly walking past Jungkook. Jungkook followed silently, watching him while he is acting weird. When Taehyung reached his room, straight he headed straight to the bedroom and turned on the shower, letting the cold water hit his skin. Calm down, idiot, he muttered to himself, trying to shake off the strange feeling in his chest. Once he felt a little better, he filled the bathtub with warm water and sank into it, letting out a deep sigh of relief. Jungkook arrived at their room a little later, but when he looked around, there was nowhere to be seen. "JK," he called out, but there was no response. A small frown appeared on his face as he checked the veranda empty. His eyes landed on the bathroom door. His hesitation before knocking. "JK," he called out again. Silence. His chest tightened with worry. What if something happened? Without thinking, he turned the handle and it wasn't locked. "Okay, I'm coming in," he announced, pushing the door open. Taehyung, who had been relaxed in bathtub, jolted in shock. His eyes went wide. "Jungkook," he sounded in disbelief. Jungkook's face instantly turned red as he realized Taehyung was completely naked. His eyes widened before he quickly turned his head away. "JK, sorry, I thought something happened," he stammered. Before slamming the door shut behind him, Taehyung sat frozen in the bathtub, his mind blank. His face burned as the realization hit him. What the heck just happened?" he muttered, burying his face in his hands. The next day, the awkwardness from the night before lingered during dinner. Neither of them spoke, even when they went to the bed. They didn't exchange a simple good night. The silence continued to the next morning. Taehyung focused on his schoolwork while Jungkook brushed himself in work. Jungkook didn't even stop by Taehyung's room before leaving for office, but both were embarrassed to face each other. The day passed quickly, and before they knew it, it was already 9 in the evening when Jungkook finally came back. He loosened his tie as he stepped inside, exhausted, waiting heavy on him. "I didn't check on him this morning. Is he alright? Already sleeping?" After a moment of hesitation, Jungkook muttered to himself, "JK, maybe I should check on him." Handing his belongings to his secretary, he made his way towards Taehyung's room. Luckily, the door was unlocked. As he stepped inside, Jungkook saw Taehyung sitting on the bed, surrounded by books and papers, his laptop on his lap. Jungkook said, "JK, why are you still awake?" Taehyung looked him up. He smiled. "Oh, Jungkook, good evening." Jungkook was shocked as Taehyung called him by his name, but he liked it. He walked closer, evening the mess on the bed. "JK, you're still studying?" "Yeah, I forgot I had an assignment to submit tomorrow," Taehyung admitted, sleeplessly rubbing his back of the neck. Jungkook frowned. "JK, you should be sleeping." I know. But I really need to finish this." Jungkook sighed. "JK, fine, let me help you." Taehyung's eyes lit up. Really? Thank you." Jungkook shook his head, pressing the intercom button. "JK, bring us some tea," he instructed. Minutes later, a servant arrived with a tray. They was already past midnight by the time they were done. Jungkook yawned and stretched, finally taking off his necktie. Taehyung cheered before turning to Jungkook. JK, thank you for helping me and sorry for making you stay up late. Jungkook waved him off. JK, it's fine. I'm used to this. Tae, you okay? You look exhausted. You can rest here if you want, Taehyung offered, shifting on the bed. Jungkook shook his head. JK, no. You should sleep on the bed. You need rest more than I do. Jungkook then said didn't want to argue. JK, alright, just don't push yourself too hard. Jungkook sat on the chair beside the bed, arm across. JK, I will leave when you fall asleep. Taehyung smiled softly. He is really stubborn. As he lay down, he glanced at Jungkook, whose eyes were already dropping. Good night, Jungkook, he whispered with a small smile. Jungkook barely heard him. His eyelid felt heavy. He told himself he would leave once Taehyung was asleep, but before he knew it, he had already dozing off in the chair. At 3 in the morning, Minji finally returned home from his late-night filming. As she walked past Taehyung's room, she noticed the door slightly open, the light on. Did he forget to turn it off? She peeked inside, expecting to see Taehyung asleep, but what catch her attention wasn't just him. It was Jungkook sleeping in the chair beside him, arm crossed, his head tilted slightly to the side. Minji smiled to herself. Min Lihun, let's go, she whispered to her assistant before heading to her own room. She didn't say anything, but in her heart she knew Jungkook was starting to care in a way he probably didn't even realize. And maybe, just maybe, Taehyung was starting to notice too. This version keeps Miss gave the good morning, sir. Good afternoon. Taehyung greeted the Jungkook with a bright smile as he finally woke up. Jungkook blinked sleeplessly, his body stiffy from spending the night in chair. JK, I overslept, he asked groggily, stretching his sore muscles. They, not really, Jigsaw, but you look tired, so I didn't wake you up. Taehyung said with a small apologetic smile. Jungkook let out a deep sigh, rubbing the back of his neck. JK, I see, thanks for being considerate, but I have a lot of work to finish today. He paused for a moment before glancing at Taehyung with concern. JK, by the way, Taehyung hesitated, lowering his head. I woke up about an hour before you, sir, and I forgot to eat. Jungkook frowned. JK, you have to take care of yourself. Don't skip meals. I will be more careful next time, Taehyung murmured. Without thinking, Jungkook reached out and ruffled Taehyung's hair gently. JK, good. Then froze, his heart skipped a beat, and his cheek warmed as he suddenly kissed at the sudden gesture. Okay, sir, he stammered, feeling shy. Jungkook barely seems to notice what he had done. He grabbed his coat and headed to the door. JK, take care and make sure you eat properly, he reminded as he left. Hey, take care, sir, Taehyung called after him. Jungkook waved without turning back. Once the door closed, Taehyung let out a sigh, breathed and touched his hair, replaying the moment in his mind. That was unexpected, he murmured. His face is still warm. Hobby, sir, you have a call from the house. Jungkook was flipping through documents at the office when his secretary suddenly interrupted him. JK, who is it? Jungkook asked, pulling off his glasses to look at him. Hobby, it's one of the house staff, sir. It's about Mr. Kim. Jungkook immediately straightened in his chair, his heart pounding. Sir, Mr. Kim is in kitchen and he keeps insisting on cooking dinner himself, the maid reported nervously. JK, what? Why? Where is the cook? Jungkook's voice was sharp and worried. The cook has a fever and asked for leave. He didn't want to risk Mr. Kim getting sick, so he stayed away from the kitchen. We suggested ordering food, but Mr. Kim refused. He said fast food isn't healthy and insisting on cooking himself. Jungkook clenched his jaw. JK, tell him to stop right now. I will be home soon. He slammed the phone down and stood abruptly. JK, I am heading home. Hobby finished organizing these from tomorrow. Hobby, yes sir, the secretary started by Jungkook's urgency. Jungkook didn't waste another second. He rushed to the parking lot and drove home as fast as he could. Maid, sir, please wait for Mr. Jian. One of the maids tried to stop Taehyung as he prepared to start chopping vegetable. Taehyung turned his head. Why? Is he coming home early? Maid, yes sir. He is on the way now. Just wait a little. Taehyung sighed. Why is he in such a hurry? Before the maid could answer, hurried footsteps goes down the hallway. Taehyung turned towards the entrance and stunned to see Jungkook standing there, breathless, leaning against the door frame. JK Cook drank the water in one gulp, then exhaled heavily. His sharp eyes locked into Taehyung, filled with disbelief. JK, I told you not to do anything in kitchen. He scolded. Taehyung flinched. But the cook is sick, sir, and the food isn't good for. He stopped mid-sentence, realizing how much he had worried Jungkook. His voice softened. I just wanted to help. Jungkook sighed, running a hand through his hair. Then the anger faded from his face, replaced by guilt. JK, fine, I will cook. Eyes vision in surprise. You will cook? Jungkook crossed his arm. JK, yes. But do you even know how to cook? Jungkook, I will figure it out. Jungkook interrupted, avoiding eye contact. Light plus dusted his chest. JK, I don't mind if you teach me. Taehyung blinked and then giggled. So you don't know how to cook? Jungkook cleared his throat. JK, are you going to help me or not? Taehyung grinned. I would be happy to teach you, sir. Jungkook tied an apron around his waist while Taehyung sat on the stool, watching him with amusement. Okay, first, wash the vegetable properly. Jungkook followed the instruction carefully, washing each vegetable with intense focus. Good. Now cut the potato into cubes. Be careful with your fingers. Jungkook cupped slightly before picking up the knife. He hesitated, then clenched. Scared. JK, no. Jungkook huffed. Slowly he began cutting the movements stiff and cautioned. Taehyung beamed. There, that's perfect cube. Jungkook paused. A proud smile formed on his lips before he quickly looked away, embarrassed, but then JK, Jungkook suddenly pulled his hand back. Taehyung's heart dropped. Sir, are you okay? Jungkook stared at his finger, where a small cut was already bleeding. Without thinking, Taehyung grabbed his hand and brought his finger into his lips, instantly sucking on the wound. Jungkook froze. His breath hinges, his entire body stiffened as he felt the warmth of Taehyung's lips against his skin. Realizing what he had just done, Taehyung immediately pulled away, his face burned red. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. He jumped up. Jungkook just stood there, speechless, his heart pounding so hard he was sure Taehyung could hear it. Taehyung finally found the kit, took Jungkook's hand again, much more careful this time, and cleaned the wound, avoiding eye contact. There, it's all patched up. He murmured. You should rest now. I will finish the cooking. Jungkook grabbed his wrist before they could walk away. JK, no. Jungkook said firmly. JK, I started this. I will finish it. But you won't. JK, it's just a small cut. Jungkook gazed. Taehyung smiled silent but smiled. They alright, let's finish it together. Jungkook turned back to the stove, and as Taehyung stood beside him, the awkward tension from before melted into something warmer. For the first time in a long while, Jungkook felt at home. And Taehyung, he wasn't sure why, but his heart wouldn't stop racing. Time escape. Minji, are you okay? Does it hurt somewhere? Sometimes Minji asked Taehyung, her voice filled with concern as she sat beside him on the bed. But it still hurt, doesn't it? Minji pouted, her eyes fixed on Taehyung's baby bump. She was fascinated by how much it had grown over the past few months. It has been a big decision for Taehyung to become a surrogate, and now, with each passing day, the reality of it was becoming more evident. It's okay, Minji. It's normal, Taehyung said with a gentle smile, trying to ease her worries. Man, they say it hurts even more when you deliver the baby, Minji said, her voice. Taehyung nodded, his expression calm. I think I will be fine. I have prepared myself for it. It's all part of the process, he replied, his voice steady. Minji sighed, but then smiled. Man, well, it's good to know that you have already prepared your mind. You're stronger than I thought, said she said, giving him a playful nudge. Just then the door of Taehyung's room opened and Jungkook walked in. Looking tired but revealed to be home. He has been working long hours lately, but he always. JK, good evening. Jungkook replied, his eyes scanning the room when he noticed Minji sitting beside Taehyung, his raised an eyebrow. JK, oh, you are here? He asked, a hint of surprise in his voice. Min, yeah, good evening, Minji said, smirking at him. Min, I wanted to see how Taehyung was doing. Since someone has to keep an eye on him when you are not around. Jungkook rolled his eyes but didn't respond. Instant, he walked closer to the bed, his gaze falling on Taehyung's baby bump. JK, how are you feeling? He asked, his voice softened. I'm fine, Taehyung answered, smiling up at him. Just a little tired, but that's normal, right? Jungkook nodded, his expression serious. JK, yes, it is, but make sure you are resting enough. You need to take care of yourself. Minji watched the interaction between the two, a small smile playing on her lips. Man, Jungkook, you should try touching his baby bump. It's amazing how much it's grown, she said, her tone teasing. Jungkook's cheek flushed slightly and he looked away, clearly embarrassed. I don't think it's necessary, he murmured, though his eyes kept flickering back to Taehyung's stomach. Man, come on, don't be shy, Minji insisted, laughing. Man, it's not every day you get to feel something like this. Taehyung clenched his cheeks, turning pink. It's okay, Jungkook, you can touch it if you want, he said softly. Jungkook hesitated for a moment, then slowly reached out and placed his hand on Taehyung's belly. His eyes widened as he felt the warmth and the gentle movement beneath his palm. For a moment, he was speechless, his usual stern expression replaced by one of awe. To be continued. So everyone, how was this episode? I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for your love and support. See you again in the next episode. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.